Hello, hello, hello.
Hi, teacher. Good evening. Hi, teacher. How are you?
Hi, hi, Orlando.
Hi, Jennifer. Can you hear me?
Yes,
And you can hear me properly? Jennifer, can you hear me properly? Hi, teacher. Hi, Jennifer. Can you hear me? Hi, teacher. Hello. Hello, everyone.
hi, Orlando.
Okay, Jennifer. I can hear you, but very low.
Okay,
Okay, that is perfect.
okay.
This is better.
Hello, guys. Can you hear me? Guys? Guys, can you hear me?
Hi, teacher. I can hear you properly, sir.
Yes,
Okay.
teacher.
Okay, wait me a second, please. I'm trying to fix my microphone.
Okay, teacher.
Hola, hola, ¿me pueden escuchar ahora sí? Hi, hi.
Yes, teacher.
Hola, hi everyone. Hello, hello.
Hello, teacher.
Hi,
Okay,
teacher.
okay, guys. I'm really sorry. Excuse me, guys. Well, I have a problem with the hands-free and the microphone, but I already fixed it. I'm sorry, guys.
Don't worry, teacher.
Sorry,
Okay,
teacher.
okay, students. How are you today? How was your week?
Not bad for me.
Not bad. That's right. Perfect. So, how are you now, Orlando? Are you better now?
Yes, teacher, much better.
That's good. I'm really happy to hear that. So, what about you, Jennifer? How was your week?
Good, teacher. Very good.
Okay, perfect. How is the work, the university, the tasks? Are you up to date?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, perfect, guys. Guys, do you know that we only have this month left to end the sessions and the course and everything?
Sorry, teacher. Again, please.
Do you know that this is the last month of the semester?
Well, I guess this is the last month, teacher.
Yes, I think so. This is the last month. The last class, the last session should be for, I think, for May 26th. It will be the last session.
Okay.
May
Oh,
20.
well, we had around a session more.
Yes, 8 more sessions. The semester is so short. It's like only 3, 4 months. Oh my God,
Yeah.
this is so short. How are you guys with the university courses? Are you doing okay?
Yes,
Yes,
teacher.
teacher.
Okay, perfect. So you watched the video about the death penalty, right?
Right.
Okay, going to share screen. So, okay. So guys, this will be a bit different from the others debates and activities. I'm going to put some screens with questions and statements, and you will have to answer or give me your opinion about it, okay? Guys?
Okay, teacher.
Okay, teacher.
Okay, first, Mr. Alonso, what
Oh
is
my goodness.
the
Uh,
penalty?
well, that is a hard question, teacher. So, but well, I think that the death penalty maybe is like a punishment. So maybe that use any society maybe to resolve maybe or maybe to make the control in the how the society act. So I mean, maybe it's a way to control the society behavior. So in order to get a best society or better society, so it's maybe well, maybe this way was used for many years ago. So just in Colombia specifically, so in Colombia the death penalty was removed in 1919. So and well, 100 years ago actually. So and well, before that period, so maybe the death penalty was a way to maybe punish anyone who make a crime. Maybe the societies in that period, in that time, so well, they lived a time where maybe many many behaviors from the people was become in crimes. So I mean the the slice with the government or maybe with the laws in that time was more difficult for many people survive, and maybe the search that they have maybe can become or became in many crimes. For example, if someone robs or maybe someone stole something in that time, well, maybe the laws said they had to be, I don't know, a debt for that for that crime, or well, maybe many people thought about that was a crime, but currently in our society, maybe that penalty is the horror, or maybe is the word punish that any society can do or can use in in someone who makes a crime.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Lander, for your opinion about it. Do you think that the death penalty should should be established again in Colombia?
Okay, well, it's too much difficult that in Colombia that happen again, because the constitution in Colombia, Colombian constitution said that the governments or the nation have to save the life um, from all the people in the country. So maybe in sorry.
Yes, continue, please.
Yeah, so maybe many people think that is possible that Colombia include the death penalty again, but it's too much difficult. Well, maybe in the constitutional bloc, so maybe Colombia had ratified so the American Convention about the right human. So it's an international, well, say, let me, I'm translating back to international. So maybe politics and civilian rights international deal. So and the well, he said the second protocol, but I don't know what's mean that. Maybe in the American Convention. Well, and in that way, so it's too much difficult because Colombia has a lot of proof. So in the human rights, and that um, they are okay comprometidos. Oh my goodness.
Compromise.
Sorry.
Compromise.
Compromise. Okay, thank you so much. They Colombia has compromise and to abolish the death penalty. So maybe that is maybe aborted. So in the application of the death penalty in Colombia. So currently it's it around. Let me see. It's around 100. Let me. I see that here. Okay, maybe it's here. Oh, okay. Currently, 108 countries have abolished the death penalty, and just 29 continues with that with that execution maybe. So well, I have a list of countries, so but it's a very long list. So but in America, so just USA is the only one who continues, or yes, who continue or keeping on apply the death penalty just in America. Because well, exit another countries, well, like Belize as well, but not in a big way. No, maybe not in a big way, in a long way. So like USA. Let me see what else. Antigua y Barbuda as well. The Bahamas as well. Mm, Barbados as well. Bahrain maybe is from is Dominica. Cuba as well. But maybe maybe that is an island countries maybe. It's just few cases where they use the death penalty, but you say maybe is the country where we can see the 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 more executives during each year. So I mean, the USA maybe control all the rules, or maybe all the laws or maybe international laws, where the countries have, or all the countries have to make a compromise about they aren't going to use, or they don't go. Yes, they don't go to use the death penalty as a source to maybe uh, uh, punish someone.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, Orlando, for your opinions about it. This very, what do I say? It's a very controversial topic in any country or in any culture,
Yeah,
because we are humans. We when we or a familiar or a person that we care of, when someone's hurting, or maybe the people that have been through, how do I say, through the death of a person close to them by anyone. You feel that you need to have something in exchange for that suffering. You need that the people that made you suffer needs to feel the same that you felt.
oh,
So
well, I think some teacher, but I was reading about that. So, well, first of all, but constitutionally, it's impossible, maybe. So, because, well, currently, because the Colombian Constitution in the 11th article, so say that the life right is inviolable. So, and that article forgiven that death penalty. So, and constitutionally is maybe impossible, but currently. But in Colombia, I've seen a lot of cases. Well, the recent case, maybe I could say it about the Chilean woman. So maybe many people today is thinking about that kind of person who made that act. So maybe they deserve the death penalty, right? So maybe it depends in the cases. So I had more example. So about maybe some corruptions as well when that in that cases in that topic is when there are a lot of people corruption people, so maybe in fact it's a lot of debates about how the death penalty could be um, maybe instaured or maybe punished with corruptions with corruption maybe. Another is violadores. Let me look for that word. Sorry, I forget that word. Violadores. Rapids. Rapids. Oh, violators. Well, but more is kids kids rapids. So maybe I've seen a lot of debates about maybe that people could be use the death penalty. So, but it's a debate. It's too much difficult. Maybe Colombia is no prepared maybe for that kind of law or maybe that kind of to punishment. So because in Colombia it's a lot of let me see again. I forgot. Inequality. So that's it, the word inequality. So because a lot of people maybe can use the death penalty in different ways, and the my goodness, inequality that currently in Colombia happen. So maybe that cannot give you a quantity about that is maybe just maybe process or maybe a just punishment. So maybe in some could be some consequence in order to the society could assimilate the death penalty not as a way to punish someone, but a way to maybe have the control in the society. So I think that I guess that teacher.
Hello,
Okay, yes,
can you hear me?
I have, yes, teacher. I
What's the
have another.
it's rapist. The pronunciation of the
Yes,
word is rapist.
rapists. Okay, rapists. So, for example, about that rapist man. So, I don't know if you can remember the case of Juliana Andrea Samboni case.
Yeah,
Uh,
somebody, the girl from Bogota, right?
Yes, right, teacher. So maybe when happened that act, so many people are agreed that the death penalty can be used or maybe can or maybe can the lawyers can use the death penalty in that cases in order maybe to punish and that kind of act, that sort of acts. But it's too much difficult. It's a debate.
Yes, I think that it has been on the Congress and the Senate many times, like 2 or 3 times, the option to add the death penalty to the Constitution. Uh,
Yes, currently,
it tries, it falls. Maybe because we are still a culture that it's so cross with faith, the Christianism, the religion, that I don't know, maybe we wouldn't ever allow a death penalty in Colombia again.
the death penalty in Colombia was abolished in nine. Oh well, I'm sorry, I made a mistake. Doesn't war was in 1919 was in 1910. In 1910 was
Nice.
abolished. Yes, yes, right.
Okay, more than 100 years ago, right?
Yes, right. Yes, sure. And actually, there are two cases where many senators. So in the 2003, so the Jairo Klopatowski, I don't know if you remember, is a senator.
Yes.
So he proposed a project in that time, but with the constitution was impossible. And currently, so well, this is representante a la cámara. Let me, I'm gonna see the chamber represent maybe. Oh,
Maybe
the,
I.
I get that.
Those political terms, I'm not used to those kind of words.
No, I like this kind of session because you can check for a lot of words.
Yeah, there are always a lot of new words, right?
Yes, a lot
But
new words.
you don't usually talk in English about this kind of topics, right?
Yes, but this one are too much difficult because it's representative to the camera or the camera. Mm.
Camera?
Yes, representative to the camera.
Oh, I
Yes, but it's literally, but maybe literally, but sorry.
bless you.
Oh, sorry, teacher. I was sneezy.
Sorry.
And well, and she was uh, well the representative of the chamber, maybe say, or the Congress. It's maybe it's, Olga Lucia Velázquez. She is proposed an a project where or yes where is include the possibility of the death penalty be used, but I believe maybe is going to be difficult.
Yes, for a country like Colombia, it's too difficult to allow something like that again. Even
Yes,
if we see Colombia as a violent country and full of crimes and corruptions, it's too hard to see maybe in a future in the news. Okay, the rape is from 20 or 30 kids or children is going to be on the electric chair or going to receive the little injection or something like that. I don't think that we're going to see something like that ever happening.
yes, and in fact, teacher, I believe maybe this debate can throw out the border. So I mean, in USA, the President Donald Trump, well, he is he's working So maybe, and he is given to the congresses. So I forget all the senator. So about the death penalty to narco traffic, the narco traffic. So and imagine in Colombia, the extradition is approved. Well, it's approved, but imagine a lot of narco traffics. So maybe they are thinking that, and so maybe that have some consequence in the people who is uh, extraditado. Let me.
I'm
Oh
not.
my goodness. Well, the people who is sent to the USA, so maybe for some crimes like narco traffic.
My God, if that were going to happen here in Colombia, we will run out of politicians.
Yes.
Even with the corruption that we have now, that they wouldn't even allow something like that. Okay, Miss Jennifer, so it's your turn, please. What do you think about that penalty?
Okay, teacher. Um, I say my opinion. The death penalty is something that has been talked about for years, but it hasn't been accepted or approved in all. I think that the death penalty should apply to rapists, people who cause serious harm to a child, um, to a woman, or to men who commit atrocious acts with innocent people.
Okay. Jennifer, do you think that the death penalty should be allowed or applied again in Colombia?
Yes, teacher, I agree.
Okay.
In Colombia, it has faced crimes that harm all Colombians, such as the case of Lady Juliana, the girl who was kidnapped, tortured, raped. Unfortunately, the law in our country moves for money. Everything revolves around the money. And if that man who commit that horrible crime with that girl belongs to a wealthy family, it's logical that he doesn't pay what he deserves. Um, this is my opinion and is my reason why they should apply the death penalty in Colombia.
Yes, I think like you. I think like the death penalty in Colombia should be applied to people who commit crimes against childs and against kids, because well, it's a defenseless person. He or she can defend in any way. So it's an innocent life. So these people should have a punishment of the size according to their crimes. Um, okay, Orlando, are you against the death penalty to be applied in some future in Colombia? Orlando? Orlando, you there? Oh, I think his connection. Jennifer,
Tell me, teacher.
we have the other debate left, right?
Yes.
Debate about Venezuela, I think, right?
Yes.
Do you think we can do it tomorrow, maybe in the afternoon?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, what about after 2, maybe after 2 p.m.?
I don't know.
So sorry, teacher.
Okay, no problem, Orlando. Give me a second. What do you think, Jennifer? You will be available after 2, maybe?
Uh, no, teacher. Up to p.m.
Yes, or maybe later, or maybe at 4.
Mm, mm, I don't know. Maybe more later.
At 5,
Yes.
before the session, the tomorrow session.
Yes, teacher. Yes,
Oh,
it's possible.
okay, perfect. So tomorrow we will have the debate about Venezuela with you. Okay, Jennifer.
Yes, teacher. Okay. Thank
Okay,
you.
at 5 p.m. and after that we will have the session. Okay, at 6 p.m.
Okay.
Okay, perfect. Orlando, I was going to ask you, are you against or in favor of the death penalty in Colombia?
My goodness. Um, well, it's a very hard question. Well, what I think, I would like to get my point of view about that. So maybe yes and not.
Yes and no. Oh my
Yes,
God, that's a
but
very clear question.
yes, I would like to get my point of view. Well, I guess that in Colombia, so the values and principles in Colombia change around the family. So I mean, it defends your values. So maybe it's going to be your point, but as well, it depends on the facts that had happened around your family, around your society, maybe around your community. So it's not the same. Is we ask someone so about the death penalty in Bogota or maybe in Cundinamarca, right? But maybe it's going to be too much different if we ask if we make the same question to someone to live in Chocó, for example, or maybe the Putumayo, or maybe in Cauca, or right. So I mean, so it depends in the society where you live, so the answer is going to be too much different, but as well it's going to be too much different. It depends on the values that in that family or in that person has. So it's a hard question in order that the values that I think, or maybe my religion as well. So maybe both religion and values is going to be um, well, they are going to be important maybe when you want to make the decision, or when you want to give an answer, because we cannot think it's a correct answer or bad answer. So it is you maybe if you want to agree or disagree with the death penalty, because all depending that fact, uh, maybe is I think that the death penalty could be possible, and in fact, in some cases, or in a lot of cases, is going to be necessary. But the conditions that in Colombia are is well, that the conditions that there are in Colombia, so maybe that could be more difficult to implement that kind of law or that kind of punish. So because the laws or the justice in Colombia, so maybe who make the use or maybe many use, so maybe it's too much difficult. So because the consequence around surround the death penalty, maybe they can improve as a society. I mean, so if the death penalty is approved, or maybe by the society, and if you in different cases, and some people is not going to feel that it's a way to use the crimes. So because all it depends. So I would like to give maybe an example. So it's in many people in the jails that maybe they are innocent. So I don't want to say that they are maybe people had the 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 blame. So, but it's in many people that are innocent, and maybe the use of the justice is no, it's not used, right? So because many many means of control in Colombia, so are no use, or are, yes, are no use in the correct way. So maybe as a society, we are not prepared to implement that kind of law.
Okay, Orlando, that takes us to the next question. Having a death penalty deters people from committing crimes. What do you think about this statement,
Mm,
Orlando?
yes, teacher.
Okay.
No, not really, teacher. So is we maybe recall and how many countries currently use the death penalty, we can we can look that exit a lot of crime. So that doesn't reduce the criminality in the country or in the society, because we cannot see the death penalty like a solution, right? We have to see the death penalty as a means of control, because what make that a person make a crime, right? So maybe it's it a lot of facts. So maybe the inequality in this in the society. So maybe the poorness, and maybe as well the conflict. So like in Colombia, we have the narco traffic, we have drugs, we have kidnapped. So we have a lot of consequence produced by the, well, a lot of things, maybe by the narco traffic, maybe by the corruption as well, because the inequality in a society can can produce a lot of fat, where the people maybe could change his mind or his or her mind, in order maybe to get a solution for something. So I mean, maybe you don't, you are well, I am a good person, but maybe any needs for any circumstances, so maybe can make me to make a crime. So maybe it depends that, so it depends where you live, it depends where the society around you so live. I think many facts uh, can create a good person in a bad person, but the death penalty is a means of control, and no we can see as a punish for the crimes that someone makes.
Okay. Jennifer, what do you think about this statement? Jennifer? Jennifer, you there?
Yes, teacher. Sorry.
Okay. What do you think about this statement? Having a death penalty deters people from committing crimes.
Okay, teacher. It's a difficult question. Because I think that people who are bad, um, they do harm without thinking about the consequence. Um, but maybe I think that um, it will help in a way to reduce the crimes in Colombia.
Okay, guys. Yeah, right now people commit crimes that doesn't care what is going to happen to them until they are in jail with penalties with from 20 to 30 years. But do you really think that if for example, I think that Malaysia or Philippines, that there is a death penalty for corruption crimes or of politicians. Do you think that will be useful for maybe for a country like Colombia that most of their politicians and governors and people in the management are corrupt and always stealing money or making the law in favor of them. Do you think, guys? What about your land? What do you think?
Oh, okay, teacher. Well, I think no, really, teacher. So I think the badness is in all the world, so in any country. So in fact, and the badness is inside you. So so maybe it's like ironic, right? So many politicians, maybe we guess that they are a good person, or maybe they made a correct fact, but so maybe a title doesn't give you maybe that or maybe well that title doesn't mean that you are a good person. So um, I I think that is in Colombia that that penalty is approved. So maybe nothing is going to change. So I think that maybe increase the crime, and why I think that. So because we are human beings, and that's no shame. So so we always it's exists in Colombia hard laws, so the crimes is going to continue. So I don't know why exactly happened that, but that happens. That happen nowadays. That happen all the time. And if we implement something like that penalty, nothing is going to change. So the corruption is going to continue. So because it's corruption, so it's totally
So
complicated.
you think you think it's something that have to do with the human nature, the bias of every human of the possibility to commit a crime is in everyone.
Yes, yes, teacher. So in fact, I think that the death penalty is imposed for any crimes. So in Colombia, the people in Colombia is going to continue with the same. So maybe that is not a solution. If someone say, or maybe the parliament said that it's going to be an extradition for the people who maybe smoke marijuana, for example, and people is going to continue smoking marijuana. So if the law is hard, so that doesn't mean that the people is going to change. So there is continued. Is someone forbidden something? So as a human being, as a humans, so we are going to continue with the same fact. So with the same behavior. I don't know why happened that, but it's a condition that as a human, so we have, and that is not going to change because someone or some governments approve a law where forbidden something or maybe were used as something like a death penalty. So because we are seeing a lot of countries with the death penalty is used, and they continue with the same. If the death penalty is a solution, so we can maybe we could see another country that is working, but not working in USA. That is a developing country. So that is not working in Arab Saudi, in uh, in Saudi Arabia. So because many people make a lot of crimes, so that is no it is not a solution. For that reason, I can see that the penalty is not going to, or we can see that as a solution or reduce the crimes. So because that is not a solution. The death penalty is a way to maybe, or is a means or make a control in the society.
Okay, what about you, Jennifer? What do you think about this one? What is the statement?
Okay, teacher. In Colombia, there is a lot of corruption, and I think that the death penalty changed a bit with corruption. And I don't know, with the death of several million pesos, or with drugs traffic, or I don't know, teacher. It's difficult to know if in this case it will really change anything. I I think that maybe Colombian justice doesn't govern as it should. Maybe it's the solution to end uh, with bad people, but I don't know.
Uh, I don't. Well, Jennifer. So I was thinking about this. You say so, but imagine. So I'm gonna give an example. So guerrillas have killed a lot of people, the thousand peoples, and 1,000 people. But what happened is the death penalty is approved in Colombia, so the war is going to continue. Doesn't doesn't reduce the crimes in Colombia because I don't know. It's maybe as a culture, so maybe we are accepted that condition that maybe someone kill someone. Okay. That was bad. Well, but the life has to continue. So keep on with our life. So and nothing happened in our society. So many people kidnapped her, or maybe many people rapids, rape pets,
Rape.
rape children, rape children. Um, Nothing happened. So as a culture, our behavior is going to continue because we don't feel. Maybe it's hard to say this, but we don't feel that as a nation, as a society, that is a problem. That is something that happened in that city, but that is not happening in my family. And we don't feel as a Colombian, as a society, that is a problem. And it is something that is you can see, and someone that maybe is killing a person. Maybe what do you do? Maybe you hide, maybe you run, maybe, but you don't go to face them. Maybe as a society, in fact, we don't we are not doing well. We don't do anything. We don't do anything. So maybe in and well, I talking about the crimes because maybe is you see that a man is maybe hitting a woman, maybe you say something, and maybe you do something. But as a culture, if you see a woman hitting a man, maybe you loud or maybe you comment something, but you don't do anything because maybe you think, oh, maybe that man heard me that a woman hit them. Maybe it's controversial, maybe talking about this one, but that's happened the same in the death penalty, because maybe if the death penalty is approved in Colombia and maybe the death penalty is used in someone, maybe okay, that's it the punishment because he or her doesn't do or that person doesn't drives the law or the rules that in our society is 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 imposed.
Okay, so Mr. Orlando here thinks that even if we know what the consequences are, we are going to still commit the crimes. We are the badness and the possibility to commit crimes and to do the wrong things is in the human nature, right?
Right.
So that takes us to the next statement. Can be rehabilitated back into society.
I remember
Well,
that question. I see that question in the video. So
yes, that statement is well, not anyone. I also think that not anyone. There's people that should be burned in hell.
Hmm. My goodness. Hmm. It's hard question. Most difficult question. Hmm. Jennifer, do you want to be the first?
Um, okay, I don't know. Mm, I think that the problem is more difficult than we think.
Hmm.
We all think
Okay, Mr. Orlando
differently.
is evading the statement.
No, 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 no. Please,
Yes,
no, 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 no. Don't
Jennifer, please
confuse.
go first. Go first, please. Please, first the lady.
I want to
You
be
are so
polite,
gentleman.
sister. Yes,
Yes, that's
that's
right.
what I
Yes,
want to be
right.
polite.
He's
I
so
give the
gentle
word
to you.
a woman.
Okay, so Jennifer, you're the lady. Go first.
Okay, teacher. I think I don't think um I don't know. Uh, we all think differently and socially, and is often the one that corrupts people. I don't.
Okay, right now the jail system and everything around it goes as goes with the state with this statement as a base. Okay, because right now in Colombia or every society that don't have a death penalty thinks that anyone, it doesn't matter his crime, can be rehabilitated. How do I say? Let me check. So that is supposedly what is for the jails. The people who commit crimes go to jail, waiting to be rehabilitated, so they can come back to the society as they were, so they as they were normal people. Okay, you paid 10 or 20 years in jail. You can go back to society because you are okay now. You are a normal person. You wouldn't commit a crime any more in your life. But that's a lie. That's the biggest lie of any society right now, because most of the people that commit crimes, most of the people that goes to jail, come out worse, come out and commit a crime and have a high possibility of commit a crime again. So, Mr. Orlando, please, give us your opinion about it.
Oh,
I'm waiting for this.
well, teacher, I guess that as a Colombia, um, we don't believe, well, I don't believe in the law. I don't believe in the use. Uh, Maybe because the jail system, maybe, or, or yes, that system, and where the people is going to be rehabilitated because they commit a crime, so that is not working. And what happened that because maybe because there is not a correct system. So I mean, in the jails, into the jails, so that is not a place where the people is going to rehabilitate. So maybe the meaning of jails is it's just something where you are forbidden, where you love your right. So not at all, but just a part. So that liberty, that freedom is forbidden, or is you lost your freedom. That is the only meaning where you can say it about the years. But the sense of the years, or where the people who make or who commit a crime, so it's going to be or is going to to stay, to rehabilitate and go back to the society. So that not happen because in that places that corruption is something that are in any place in the jail. So as well, so into the jails, so people commit more crimes. And why I say that? Because the jails are places where the crimes, well, just the crimes, so they spend just maybe uh, spend a time, maybe waiting for another opportunity because in the jails for many people for many crimes, so is a place where you can go or where they can go on holiday. So because the government is feeding, because the government is saving. So um, maybe I think that in fact the youth and nowadays are schools. So maybe that's it hard to say, but it's a real it's true. So many years are schools where they learn um, more things and that they are going to use outside the years. So I I think, teacher, that we as a society, so we don't believe that a person can be rehabilitated. So in fact, I want to recall something that I like when I watched the video. So and that was the person say, well, maybe a person can be rehabilitated, but that person when return to the society is not the same with him or with her. And oh yes, yes, it's really because if we can rehabilitate an animal, so as a humans, so we can rehabilitate someone, but that society is not going to be the same.
Yes, one thing is really rehabilitating a person, but other thing is getting used or yes, yes, let's use this word, rehabilitating the society to accept the person that comes back to it. That's
Yeah,
another different thing.
yeah.
Because sometimes when you meet some people that say, oh, I'm sorry, if you didn't know I was in jail, you are like,
Mhm.
my God, he's going to kill me. That's something that comes to your mind or something like that. But after maybe on the first time you meet a person, but maybe that it isn't the same reaction when someone that you have been maybe working with or dealing with for let's say more than a month, that you already know he's a good person, he's responsible, he's honest, and he say, oh, if I'm going to tell you something. I trust you now. We are like friends now, and I was in jail. Maybe at that point you can say, "Oh, you were in jail. Oh, it doesn't matter for me. Yeah, I already know you, and I know that you are a good person, and I trust you."
Yes. And the social rejection, right?
Yes, that's right. Social
Rejection. Yeah.
rejection, right? It's different when yes, sometimes the society is very harsh with those persons that tries because I yes, not everyone, not where everyone is the same because let's say from 100 only one person it really gets rehabilitated and really wants to be a good person and to get and to build a family and to get a job. So this takes us to the next statement. This is
Oh
like
my
the
goodness.
boyfriend or the girlfriend. Uh,
all of
everyone
all of
deserves
that
second
all of
chance.
that question are in the video.
Yes, I found very interesting those
Yes,
statements
yes.
because oh my God, that's very controversial when they put you to think about it. So everyone deserves a second chance. What do you think about Jennifer? What do you think about this? First, the ladies.
Yes, yes. We are gentlemen.
Okay, teacher. Um, it depends the crime. For example, I think in case of rape children or women don't deserve a second chance. But in case of drug traffic or robbery, maybe. But I don't know.
So it depends of the crime.
Yes, yes.
Depends of the crime.
For example, I think that in case of rape children, um, don't deserve a second chance. I think this for my daughter. It, I don't know.
Yes, I have a
In the
daughter.
situation, no.
When you have children, you think different because you
Yes,
have
yes, teacher.
something to take care of. You
Yes,
already have something to protect. So you are always thinking I don't know if your child is young or is a kid or a teenager. How can I ask you how old is your daughter? You have a boy or a girl?
no, I have a daughter, a girl.
You have a
Um,
girl. Okay. How
yes,
old is she?
yes, teacher. Only she. But for
How old
example,
is
tell me.
how old is she? Her age.
Yes.
La edad, ¿qué edad tiene?
Ah, okay, sorry, teacher. And she is 5 years.
Oh my gosh, she's so little. Okay. Yes, because I have a boy of 6 years old, and I have a girl of 17 years old. And always when she's going out with her friends, maybe when she's going to a party or something like that, I'm always thinking, oh my God, I pray to God that she's okay, that nothing happens to her, that she comes back home okay. I always think, oh my God, if someone's hurt her, I don't know what I'm going to do, but I'll make him suffer because you have the treasure that you have someone to take care of, you have someone to protect now, so you think in a different way. But in my opinion, I don't know what about you guys.
Yes, teacher.
Okay, what about your Orlando?
Everyone deserves a second chance.
No,
In,
don't say that. For God's sake, Orlando.
yes,
No,
yes, everyone
no.
deserves a second chance. And this is my point. So, as a humans, so all of us think that maybe give a second chance is something that we have to get for ourselves, or maybe as a society we must give that. But this is not true because a second chance is given by God. So I mean, so everyone who makes a crime, so maybe that is not the first crime that he commit. So maybe absent a lot of crime that person could commit. But so as a human, we always make something that we feel and we think that we deserve a second chance. So and why not? Why we can think that anyone deserves a second chance?
Why do you say
So
why not? Because he's an evil person. He's bad. He deserves to be burned in hell to live.
but maybe we can be a worse person. We don't see it in the future. We just have a book that is writing in our past, but we don't know what we can make in the future. So maybe
But
is the death penalty. So in other countries, if you maybe kill a cow, for example, if you kill a cow, that's penalty, and you say, "But I killed a cow." And maybe in Colombia,
yes, I was hungry.
yeah, maybe in Colombia you can kill an animal, and that is, and maybe you never is going to punish for that crime. I just going to put a point of view that everyone deserves a second chance, independent is what is the crime. So because
Uh,
in our society, maybe if you think
yes.
something, maybe in our society, if you speak something or say something, that maybe could be a crime. So, for example, and nowadays or today, many people in Bogota were march marching by the aborto. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna look for aborto. If they were agreed with the abort, maybe. I'm looking for
Abortion.
abortion
Abortion.
and
Abortion.
yes, and abortion, yes, of freak as well. So, and I was talking about with my wife about that topic, and and we are we think the same that if you think in aborting or a woman think in aborting, so that is a death penalty way. I mean, so if we accept the abortion, so we are accepting the death penalty. So and look at it, maybe that is a crime. So for some people, aborting is a crime, but other people say no, that's not a crime. But all depend on our culture, all depend on our society, right?
Yes,
So
it really, in the end, depends from the society, the culture, and the religion. For example, in
yes, 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 yes,
India, a woman can show her skin. They have to be always covered in clothes, because they are so what is the word? They are so, let me search for it. Cohibidas.
maybe it's close to forbidden.
They dang, I can find it. Yes, they are forbidden to
It's,
make a lot of behaviors because of the religion and the Indian culture, and it's almost legal to kill a woman if they behavior different from what the law states. And you say, oh my God, that's really happening today. That's really happening on the 21st century. Oh my God, it's like the Stone Age or something, because it really depends from the culture, from the religion and the society where this kind of thing applies.
yes,
But
but we don't know the future. So and maybe we are today we are here in Colombia, but we don't know in 2 years or maybe in the future we are going to be. So maybe we can travel to Egypt, and in Egypt the death penalty is approved. So maybe you can commit a crime, but you are not warned that it's a crime. So you maybe kill a cat, for example, because in Egypt there is well, there is dog, but the most the major are cats. Oh, and that is a crime in that
yes,
place.
for example, I think it is in Japan or Malaysia that if you throw garbage to the floor, that is a crime.
Yes,
That is a
but
crime. So if you
maybe
apply that in Colombia, the whole country will be have to be in jail.
yeah,
So it really depends of the country and the culture. But let's say, for example, people like Charles Manson or Garavito, I don't really think that they deserve a second chance. Like
maybe
Jennifer said, it depends of the crime, right?
Tell me, teacher.
Yes, I was telling Orlando that people, for example, like Charles Manson or rapists or children rapists like Garavito, they don't really deserve a second chance. Don't you think, Orlando?
teacher, I think maybe they had a gotten a second chance in
No.
that time. But that is something that we can well I think maybe we don't have the how's the how you say mm, well, the decision is not for us. The decision was made for for maybe a youth, but maybe they got a chance, but maybe not just second chance, maybe 10th chances. We don't
Okay,
know.
okay, but okay, I'm asking you personally, Garavito, do you think that he deserves a second chance? Yes or no?
Yes,
I think
No
no.
way.
yes,
No, Lando.
yeah,
Wow.
yes, yes.
Really?
Yes, sir. Yes. So because we need to think is in an
Lando,
objective.
let's say you were father of one of the kids that
Oh God,
raped.
you are asking
Yes,
me
I have to ask
in the
that. Yes,
in the in the same
ask
way
that.
like in the video.
Yes, I was going to ask you that. You knew.
Uh, that is bad.
Yes, I had to do it. It's an awful question, but I have to do it.
Well, I'm gonna answer
I need
that.
to put you on
So
the rope.
So, well, so what I think, I think that maybe that person deserves a second chance. And I'm gonna say, I'm gonna give my point. So when I was 10, my dad go away. So maybe if you ask me, well, if someone killed your dad, so maybe that person deserves a second chance. So maybe because my feelings are around or maybe with my dad, so it is not stronger, so maybe it's a stronger connection with him. So but of course in my heart, and so it's a deep feeling. So but maybe I'm gonna think, well, that person deserves a second chance. So, but if you ask me, well, what is going to happen is with your mother. So maybe my mother think that if someone may or kill someone, so we have to perdonar.
Forgive.
We forgive. We need forgiven. So because that make you a best human. So I don't want to think, so what my heart, because maybe my heart is pain. So I need to pain what made me a best human. So maybe I'm not the best person in the world. Maybe I'm not the best father, or maybe the best husband or the best son, right? But I just need to try to look for be or seeking for be a best human, and we need forgiving. So it's necessary, not for the society, it's necessary for us, for yourself.
Yes, I had to admit, Orlando, that you have a very soft heart. You seems to be a very good person because I don't know if I'm bad or I'm evil or my heart is like rock solid, but I wouldn't give a second chance to a person like that because I know you have a son and I am a father too, and if someone's hurt my son or my daughter, I wouldn't give him a second chance. I don't know if that would make me a bad person or if I forgive him will make me a better person. But I'm sure that I wouldn't give him a second chance because that person didn't give a second chance to my son or to my daughter. So I think about that. I think that in that moment he he didn't thought about, okay, I'm going to free this person that I make him suffer. I'm going to spare the life of this person I was going to kill. So I work with that thinking, with that way of thinking. So he didn't give a second chance to the person he killed. Why I will have to give him a second chance? So that takes us to this statement. If someone genuinely apologizes for a crime, their punishment should be reduced. Jennifer,
Tell me, teacher.
yes. Let's say a person, a killer or a children rapist tells you, I'm sorry, I really sorry. I apologize for the things I did from the deep of my heart. I'm really sorry. Please forgive me for what I did. After that, he sees reduced his penalty or his time in jail. What do you think about this?
No, teacher. I know. I think no because, for example, they have killed a family or a loved one. With the apologies, they will not return it. I think that no. Apologies for a crime. Mm, it
Okay,
mm,
with his apologies, the people he killed will then come back, right?
yeah.
But with the punishment, neither. Do you understand? If he goes to jail 30, 40, 50 years, the people he killed or the kids he raped wouldn't come back or wouldn't forget about what happened. It's the same thing.
I think that when a people do a crime, deserves a great punishment.
Okay. What do you think, Orlando?
Well, I think that the punishment should be reduced. And why? Oh, why?
Yeah.
So, yeah,
Oh my God. Wait, this
all,
can be
all of
bad.
you, maybe all of you want to kill me, but
Your
please.
heart is made of sugar, rainbows, and unicorns. Let me tell you.
So, what I think that, oh, well, teacher, I think that any society need an evil and an angel. I mean, so we need both. See the badness and see the goodness. So because it's necessary we have that balance as a society. Because as a person, I need to see how many people kill other, and I need as well see how many people um, do a good action to other. So in order to get a balance as a society, because I am in Facatativa, Cundinamarca, and many people are good people, but as well are many people, or bad people. So, but as a person, I need to see that to recognize when someone made a good action and when someone made a crime. So we need both. It's necessary, and it's someone is we have that, and it's not because I am a bad person. So because I am a human, and as a human, we need to see both things. So around the world, in all the history of the human being, so we are learning that as a society we need both. We need a punish, but we need a recompensa, a wanted, right? So we need both. So because that make us
Reward.
sorry,
Reward. Recompense.
reward.
Reward.
Yes, yes, no warning, reward. Yes, I was imagine in the it's in the USA, but in that in the it's in the wild it's the co-workers. Well, I divagate that. Sorry, and but we need and we need to think both things, and that make you a better person, right? So, in someone generally apologize for a crimes, so we need to forgive him and say, okay, okay, if you recognize your crime, if you recognize that you do a bad action, so well, as a person, because both are person, so I need to give that step and say, okay, your punishment is going to be reduced, because maybe if I don't accept that apologize, maybe I'm gonna be all the time in a jails, because my heart is going to be in a jails as well.
Okay, Orlando, but I don't know. I still think that it depends from the crime, and it depends from the maybe from the records of the person. But because let's put an example. A person raped a child. The system gave him, like, let's say, 10 years, and he apologized to the parents of the kid. He supposedly apologized for the crime, and the parents say and trust him. Okay, I trust you. You are. I give you forgiveness, and I trust that you are repentant. Oh my God, arrepentido. Let me search this word.
Apologize, the same, no?
Arrepentido. Regrets. That you
Regrets,
are regretful. So,
regrets. Not to
okay.
be sorry.
Thank you. So, okay, you will have only 1 year from the 10 years that the system gave you. Okay, he gets out in 1 year, and after that, he raped another kid. What would you think about it?
Well, that is the second chance.
Another chance?
Yes.
No, I can't deal with you. No,
and, and
no,
why
let's
not?
go with the next one. I can deal with you. I can.
So, but teacher, imagine this one. If someone is going to is in the jails, so maybe the problem is not that that person has a second chance. The problem is because in the jails, the system in the jails to 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 rehabilitate someone not working, and that is a problem as a society. That is a problem in the system. that is a problem in the government because it's any system working in a jail, so that is a real problem, not the person. So because as a
Yes, I
society
think
we
that
need
the
to
jail system,
rehabilitate them.
yes,
So
the jail
it's
system right now is not designed for
yes,
rehabilitation.
yes. So is we have a strong system where any person any person who make a crime so is rehabilitated. So maybe that person doesn't need a second chance because he was rehabilitated. But maybe that's his maybe so that give me more points to be more strong in my point of view about that we don't believe in the system. We don't believe that anyone can be rehabilitated because the system not working, because we think, well, someone who get the freedom after the be maybe 2 or 5 years in the jails, they commit another crime. So if that person commits other a crime, so it's because the system not working, and we are failing that. As a society, we are failing because we just believe, oh, okay, the solution is go to the jails or death penalty.
Yes, I know that that is neither a good solution for those kind of problems. So
Yes.
you think that given the moment, anyone can forgive anyone of a crime?
Sorry, teacher.
So do you think that given the moment or the time, anyone can forgive a person of a crime?
Yes.
Okay. Jennifer, what do you think about this statement?
Okay, teacher. I believe that anyone. Mm, it depends on the person. For example, I am near to Orlando, so it's clear that he would forgive.
Yes.
But maybe I wouldn't forgive. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I need more of God to forgive as He did with us.
Yes, it depends of the person. It depends of the crime. It really depends of the person because some
Yeah.
people forgive earlier or sooner than the others. There is people that, okay, you hurt me, but okay, it's okay. I forgive you. I'm going to forget about it. I'm going to continue with my life. And there is people that doesn't forgive, doesn't have that ability, or doesn't allow the forgiveness to be gave to anyone. They just say, I'm going to forgive you in my whole life for what you did to me. So it really depends of the person, to be honest.
I think that teacher that maybe for that reason, but all of that we are in this conversation well, because it's not a debate. So in this conversation, so the death penalty in Colombia is not going to be to prove. So because all of us have different point of view, and that difference maybe with all of us something can be subjects or other things can be objectives. So but we had a lot of difference as a society.
Yes, it depends. I keep thinking that it really depends of the society. Um, I honestly think that religion have a lot to do with this, with forgiveness, with the time you give to everyone. with the time about how a person needs to be punished for what they did. It really depends of the culture and the religion around the situation.
So in fact, teacher, well, I don't want to be far, so but I want to give another example. So in Colombia, I see a lot of culture. So I mean, many indigenous communities. So where that maybe the raps it's no well the community or the people into the community then commit a rape. So and why I say that? So because in that community, in that indigenous community, so be a woman imply that they got the I forget the menstruation. So mes how do you write menstruation?
Menstruation.
Menstruation. Okay, so
Yes.
oh well, a girl become in a woman in the first menstruation, and that maybe could be happen in the 13 years, or maybe in the 15 years, or before, maybe in the 11 years. So, but for them, that is a man. So be with a girl so that in our laws a woman is after 18 years old, right? But that is
Yes.
before, so maybe nothing is going to happen. But those are the laws, that are the rules that is in that community. So in that is happening in Colombia. So we had a multicultures and we had different things in the same nation, right? And maybe is we if we see in the news that in an indigenous maybe for us is rapid a 14 a 14 girls, yes, but for them that is not rapid. That is natural. That is something that maybe is if the man has money or has the capability to keep that a woman because she has 14 years old. So maybe that is not a crime. That is accepted by the community. That is accepted by the society, and we accepted that because in many cases so the law says well they are indigenous, they have their own laws, they have their own rules, and it's acceptable by the community, and we accepted that.
Yes, it depends on the culture and the society around the situation. For some people is something let's say common or normal, and for other people it is something really it should be punished. It should be punished, and it is something that they wouldn't accept in their whole life.
But all of us are humans, so we all of us in Colombia have a different point of view. It depends. It depends if you live in a indigenous community or if you live in a well in the central of the country or if you live in the core of the country. So that all it depends. But as a society, we need to accept all of all of that point of view.
Okay, guys. Uh, okay, guys. I think we run out of time.
Oh, the conversation is too much good, teacher.
Yes, there are plenty of statements or topics around the situation because, for example, Mr. Orlando have a heart of made of unicorns and rainbows, and he's too soft, and he is too good person. I'm sorry, but I'm too bad. I'm evil in the deepest of my heart, I think.
I believe all of us are evil and are angels. All of us.
I, in comparison with you, I'm the devil himself.
I don't believe that.
I don't know because
No, no. All of us.
I sometimes I imagine that someone is going to hurt my little daughter. Oh my God, I
Please
really
don't watch
know what
don't watch a lot of
happened.
TV. Don't watch a
No,
lot of action movies.
no, no, for real. Because if I get pissed off with maybe a boyfriend that broke up with her, I if I get pissed off and I want to share with him some words, so I don't think something were going to happen to her or to my wife or to my son, because it's people that you care about so much that you want to protect them in every way that and yes, in extreme situation, you don't know how you will react. So I hope nothing of that nothing like that will happen. Never. So guys, tomorrow we will have a little. The university is asking me to make you a little exam about the topics that we saw in the course, the topics, maybe there are going to be questions or exercises, activities related to the debates we were doing. Also, we saw like until unit 3 or 4. I don't remember.
Four.
Unit
And
4, okay.
yes, yes, unit four.
Or maybe I'm going to put some questions about the grammar from those units. So please make a little review or about those units. So tomorrow we will have the small exam about assessment about it. Okay?
Okay, teacher. But that test is going to be a death penalty, teacher. Please don't do that.
No, you're too good for that. You're too good person to
Please,
solve.
that death penalty is not approved in Colombia. Please.
Teacher,
Oh my God.
the quiz is
Hey,
with
Jennifer,
Hakut. Teacher,
I was thinking about making with Kahoot, but
okay,
I
Kahoot.
need to evaluate. Why? Because you don't like Kahoot?
Yes, I
I
like
was
Kahoot.
going to make question about because I need to evaluate grammar and speaking and maybe listening. So I don't know if I find a way to introduce those so to introduce something to evaluate those skills in a Kahoot quiz, I'll do it with it. Okay?
Okay, teacher.
Okay, teacher.
Okay, guys. Again, thank you very much for being tonight. Thank you very much for the debate, for sharing your opinions about this topic. And I hope you have a good night, guys. I hope you sleep well. I hope your families are great. See you tomorrow.
See you
Okay,
tomorrow,
teacher, thanks.
teacher. Thank you so much.
Okay, guys, you're
Bye,
welcome.
Jennifer.
Bye.
Bye.
Have
Bye,
a good
everyone.
night.